Inverse of quadratic function. Given f of x equals to 5 minus 2 times x plus 3 whole square, determine f of minus 2, f inverse of x, and f inverse of minus 3. So I'd like you to copy the question, pause the video, and then solve it yourself. Once you've solved, look into my suggestion. Now, this is how I will do it. First part is f value of function at minus 2, f of minus 2. So f of x is given to us, so we have f of x equals to 5 minus 2 times x plus 3 whole square. F of minus 2 really means that we have to substitute x as minus 2 and then evaluate the value. So we get 5 minus 2 times minus 2 plus 3 whole square, and that gives us 5 minus 2 times, and this is 1 in the bracket, so we get 5 minus 2, which is 3, and therefore f of minus 2 is equals to 3. Right? So that is what we get as our answer. Now the second question is f inverse of x. Now how to find inverse of this function? To find inverse of function, what we should do is we should swap x and y and then calculate what y is, right? So that is how you find inverse of the function. So let's follow the steps and do the needful. So the steps are, you have f of x equals to this, so we'll swap. So instead of y equals to, let me start with writing y equals to 5 minus 2 times x plus 3 whole square. Now let's swap x and y. So instead of y, I'm writing x, and instead of x, I will write y. And now we'll solve for y. So first thing is we can bring 5 on that side, so it becomes x minus 5 equals to minus 2, y plus 3 whole square. Now I'll divide by minus 2. X minus 5 divided by minus 2 is equals to y plus 3 whole square. Now we can square root it. Remember, whenever you square root, you have to write plus and minus. So we get x minus 5 over minus 2 equals to y plus 3. And now we can write what y is, right? Bringing 3 on this side. So we get minus 3 plus minus square root of x minus 5 divided by minus 2 equals to y. So we got inverse of our function. Perfect. So we can write down inverse of the function here as f inverse of x is equals to minus 3 plus minus square root of x minus 5 divided by minus 2. That is the inverse of the function. Now let's figure out what is f inverse of minus 3. So f inverse of minus 3 is, we'll substitute minus 3 for x and see our value. Minus 3 plus minus square root of minus 3 minus 5 over minus 2. That gives us minus 3 plus minus square root of minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8 divided by minus 2. So that gives us minus 3 plus minus square root of 4. That is minus 3 plus minus 2. So we get two values here. So one value is minus 3. Let's write it like this. So one value is minus 3 minus 2. The other value is minus 3 plus 2. Do you see that? So for f inverse of minus 3, we get two values. One of them is minus 3 minus 2, which is minus 5. The other one is equals to minus 3 plus 2, which is minus 1. Do you see that? So we get two answers here. Therefore, inverse is not a function. So we get f of minus 3 is either minus 5 or minus 1. Do you see that? So we get two answers for part C. So inverse of a quadratic function is actually not a function. Okay? But I hope you learned the process. First, what is the meaning of f of minus 2? It's just to evaluate the value of the function at that point. And then f inverse is to interchange x and y and then calculate for y. And f inverse, we saw here that the inverse of quadratic function really is not a function, since we land up with two values. for given value of minus 3. I hope that's a good learning experience, and now you can take up any questions similar to that. Thank you and all the best.